So if I said, you have until the end of the business day today to make a decision, $290, $300 million contract, half of it guaranteed. Who are the three you would take? The easy one is Drake May. Drake May wasn't great last year. He was lousy in the opener against the Raiders, but the last 8-9 weeks, that's a franchise quarterback. Drake May's the easy one. You need three total. The next two I would take are C.J. Stroud, who's hurt again, and his passer rating the last 2 years is 89. Ain't great. Not really a starter. 89. And the next I would take is Caleb, and his 2 years in the NFL, year and a half, his passer rating hovers around 90. Not great. Okay? So, and even with Ben Johnson, it's like 92 and a half. That's not great. I'd like upper 90s. Okay? So the 25 and under. And for our radio audience, I'll read you the quarterbacks. Jayden Daniels. Okay, I can't. He's hurt for the fourth time, a year and a half in. Jackson.
That's where we're at with Jayden Daniels right now. That's where we're at with Jayden Daniels, the man who put the Washington Commanders on his back and led them to the NFC Championship game. It's unbelievable. Do you guys know, last season, Jalen Hurts was actually considered the most clutch quarterback in the NFL going back from 2020 onward. There was the whole list and it showed like Joe Burrow, blah blah, and Jayden Daniels wasn't originally on the list because he didn't qualify because he didn't have the minimum, I think, attempts is what it was. And when you just budge the minimum, and again, I'm making up a number right now, you know, from 50 to 40, like it was like ever so slightly, he was at the top, beating out Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Joe, you know, every other quarterback. He did that as a rookie, a true rookie. And he did that as someone who needed to run and pass, who needed to be an elite passer and an elite runner, had to lead his team in rushing. And yeah, he got banged up and it's a bummer. But if you have to bet on any of these quarterbacks being great right now, listen, I understand why you know, I do agree Drake May is an easy pick because you're seeing him last. But he was banged up last year. And C.J. Stroud, you're saying he's banged up again now too. Okay, and yet we're still taking them. But I do get it. Like I get picking a Drake man. Some of these quarterbacks you can't. Like I like. It's not an either or to me, right? Like I'm not going to try to debate should you pick Drake May over Jayden Daniels. Like that conversation isn't interesting to me. It's the logic in which and the process of thought in which you reach the conclusions that you do. That's what I'm interested in. And let's say we did have this GM status that Colin is talking about, where you're going to have to pay this quarterback $300 million for 4 years or whatever. Jayden Daniels' greatness has already been on full display. We've seen it. It is. Whether or not you think he can stay healthy, it's a worthwhile gamble because all you need him to do is stay healthy. And if you build a good enough team around him, we already know without a shadow of a doubt that he can go toe-to-toe with the Super Bowl winner with the Philadelphia. I mean, the Commanders and Jayden played better against the Philadelphia Eagles than Patrick Mahomes. The Patrick Mahomes. That's not a knock on Patrick Mahomes. That's a praise of Jayden Daniels. We can talk about the Detroit Lions injuries in that playoff game. It's genuinely valid. It is genuinely valid. Other quarterbacks went up against the Detroit Lions with also an injured defense. That Jayden Daniels-led offense was the best, and it was in the playoffs, on the road. The team a week before, or 2 weeks before, I guess technically the Minnesota Vikings went up against that same defense, didn't look the same, and everyone was like, Sam Donald, Sam is looking pretty great right now, isn't he? So, you still gotta give credit. What about going to Tampa? You know, when everyone said, I'll take Baker over Jayden, I'm not trusting a rookie quarterback. What did I say? I said, I'm taking Jayden Daniels. I said, are you kidding me? Do you guys not know who Jayden is? And I did all my victory laps. I made songs about it. We had a lot of fun. And now this year, he's bagged up. He gets injured. And we're all just like, Jay is also incredibly smart, highly intelligent. If he's having injury issues right now, and he needs to change his game or be smarter, do you think he's incapable of doing it? I mean, Joe Burrow can't stay healthy right now. He's big and strong. He looks like a prototypical quarterback. Listen, Justin Herbert has been getting crushed. He's gotten banged up a lot throughout the course of his career. Broken ribs, plantar fasciitis. He wasn't healthy last year, knocked out the year before. Lamar Jackson, banged up again. He's missed plenty of games. J.J. McCarthy is not staying healthy. Brock Purdy, not staying healthy. CJ Stroud not staying healthy. Like, so let's not use health as a cop-out right now. Let's not have that discussion. Because I just, don't think that's inherently fair. Both years that the Eagles went to the Super Bowl in 22 and 24, Jalen Hurts missed games, and yet he was crucial to the Super Bowls and winning the Super Bowl. Hence why he was the Super Bowl MVP. Sorry, Commanders fans. Just the reality. He was injured in 22. He was banged up in 23. Dislocated finger, messed up knee, and then 24, the concussion. Compliments of the Washington Commanders. So let's not play that game right now. And listen, Jayden Daniels needs to stay healthy. He needs to stay upright. He needs to get on it without a doubt. He needs to be better. He needs to be smarter. The offense needs to be better in terms of like how they run to also protect him and take care of him. I ripped the Commanders when this was all said and done. Remember this all happened. I was furious. I was emotional. I was angry. Genuinely heated. So I'm not trying to throw that all out to the side. But why are we pretending that Jayden Daniels hasn't been special? Okay, Jayden Daniels as a rookie at PFF had him ranked top 5 quarterback. He was behind Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, Justin Herbert. He did it as a rookie. And don't start telling me that this team was stacked, or that he just had this amazing O-line or something. Jayden Daniels had 212 dropbacks with pressure. Patrick Mahomes, who everyone cried about in his O-line, 212. Jayden Daniels, his receivers had 21 drops. Patrick Mahomes 18. So similar O-line receivers dropping more passes. That's weird. Jayden Daniels, 100.1 passer rating. 100.1 passer rating. Patrick Mahomes, 93.5. This is a quarterback who then obviously went to the Super Bowl, so had to be good enough somehow. Threw for 3,500 yards, 69% completion percentage, with a bunch of those drops. Phew. The quarterbacks that were ranked above him, he had a higher completion percentage than all of them except for Joe Burrow, who was playing out of his mind that season. All the respect to Joe except what Jayden Daniels did also separated himself because what he did in the run game. He rushed for 891 yards, which was second in the NFL, and just shy of Lamar Jackson, and 6 touchdowns. That's really okay. Right now, Caleb Williams is not on pace for nearly 900 rushing yards, and has more fumbles than touchdowns. I'm just saying I'm a big supporter of Caleb Williams. I love what Caleb Williams has been doing this year. Love it. Just pointing that out. Drake May, I have been praising endlessly. He has impressed me so much. So much. I've been singing his praises left and right. 283 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns, 7 fumbles. That's that he's not on pace to have 900 and be the leading rusher like Jayden Daniels was. Drake May right now, his offensive rating is 83.6. Jayden Daniels was 89 as a rookie. Caleb Williams, 77. What's higher? What Jayden Daniels did last year. And again, I'm going to really keep emphasizing this. Drake May is playing unbelievable. Caleb Williams is showing tremendous growth. No question about it. No question about it. This is not to be Drake May's not that good. Caleb's not that good. James B. That's not the point that I'm trying to make at all. But it's just what are we forgetting that we saw out of Jayden even this year, as Jayden was banged up? Okay, he can't stay healthy right now. 8 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. An 8 touchdown to 2 interception ratio. That's pretty awesome with a banged up roster and Terry McLaurin I don't even know how many games they even played with each other, trying to get on the same page as Debo, has a 76.7 PFF offensive rating, higher than that of Patrick Mahomes, just a tick shy of Caleb Williams, who now has a great roster, great coach, etc., etc. And yet, Jayden, in a banged up, decimated roster, bad O-line, no run game, receivers, and now the lineup is still ranked as essentially a top 10 quarterback and a passer rating of 94.4. So, in a banged up, injured year with an injured roster, look what he's doing. Has a higher passer rating than Caleb Williams, is a few ticks shy of what Patrick Mahomes is doing, and Jayden Daniels, who hasn't even played the full season, already has 86 dropbacks with pressure. He was getting pressured like crazy. He was on pace to be pressured 250 times, which would have been top in the NFL last season. And he was still pulling up great numbers, still having a lot of success. You just needed to give him some sort of, this is what Geno Smith looked like. That was his touchdown to interception ratio when he got pressured that much. His passer rating, 93.2. And that got paid as an old quarterback. I don't know, man. How we've lost the greatness of Jayden and how special he is. This is definitely one of the more frustrating things. because it's just, you know what he's capable of doing. You know who he is. You know what he's done. But he can't show it right now. And so now everyone's talking about other people and you're just like, come on, man. Come on. And it's frustrating. And it just really goes to show you that, like, hey man, you're either on the field or you're not. Like it really is like, it's just, what have you done for me lately? If you're not performing, if you're not there, then it's like, on to the next one. That is how the NFL works. And players who have been stars talk about that when they get injured, and they're just now on the bench or, they're in the locker room, like their voice shrinks, like they don't have the same impact, and they feel disconnected from the team, because the team has to keep playing, they have to keep practicing. They're on the field and you can cheer, doesn't matter who you are. Whether you're Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, like if you're on the sidelines with a clipboard and a little earpiece, it's like that's all you are, like you're not on the field. And like that's what happens. It happens fast. It happens quick. Carson Wentz is always my go-to example. He was a massive reason why the Philadelphia Eagles won the Super Bowl. He got them 80% of the way. He's the reason why they had the first round by home field advantage. Like he was crucial. He kept winning. He was the bulk. He got injured. Didn't matter. Done. See you. Bye. Nick Foss. Nick Foss. Nick Foss. All anyone remembers is Nick Foss. Nick Foss. Nick Foss. And understandably so. And it's like Carsmunch did a lot to help that team win a Super Bowl. A lot. It's like, nope, doesn't matter. So Jayden, please get healthy. Please get right. Please prove these takes wrong. It doesn't. Your existence proves them wrong. You don't even have to do anything. You kinda just gotta show up. That's all you gotta do. You just gotta show up and play. And your play speaks for itself. But you gotta be healthy. You gotta be out there. And if I had to pay for a quarterback right now, the $300 million of Monopoly money, I am still paying and betting on Jayden Daniels, because he is that special. He is that great. He has proven it. He has proven it. Come on. CJ. Straw. Won a couple playoff games. What did Jayden Daniels do? Like, who's shown to be more resilient behind a bad O-line and an imperfect roster? Jayden Daniels. But those are just my thoughts. I'd absolutely love to hear yours. What do you guys all think about Jayden Daniels and the Washington Commanders? Would you not pick Jayden? What are your 3 quarterbacks that you would pick for 25 and under? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I read every single comment. So, you agree with me or disagree with me? Either way, let's get in some discussions. Let's get in some fights. But ultimately, let's just have some fun. Please do consider subscribing. We are building an amazing community here and absolutely love to see you part of it. I want to build something that we all generally feel connected to. Something that we're really excited to be part of. I think we're well on our way to doing it. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it really does help with the visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much. See you next time.